Welcome to the lab class of iron ore flotation. There are three aims defined in this experiment. To study the effect of time on flotation of iron ore, to study the effect of collector dosage on flotation of iron ore, to study the effect of frother dosage on flotation of iron ore. These are the requirements for the experiment. We need a flotation cell, we need iron ore, which should be essentially finer than 200 mesh, that is 75 micrometer. We need collector, that is 10% butyl amine. We need frother, that is pine oil. We need pH regulator, that can be sodium or calcium hydroxide. We need pH paper for measuring the pH. We need measuring cylinder for measuring the amount of water that needs to be added. We need tap water. We need trays for collecting the froth. We need vacuum filter for filtering the froth. We need filter paper that is used on vacuum filter. We need air oven for drying the samples. We need balance for weighing the samples. We may need desiccator during the experiment. Aim. So we need to take required amount of sized hematite, essentially finer than 200 mesh, in water to prepare a slurry of 25% solids by weight. So for preparing 3 kilograms of slurry, you require 750 grams of solid and 2250 ml or grams of water. You can prepare it separately in a container, then feed to the flotation cell, or you can prepare it within the flotation cell. Then you need to mix it for 5 minutes so that slurry is uniformly prepared. Then you can check pH with the pH paper, adjust it up to 8 to 10 by addition of calcium hydroxide. Then you need to add the collector, that is 2-decylamine. The dosage is at 0.5 kg per ton. Agitate and condition it for 5 minutes. As I explained to you earlier, conditioning is required so that the collectors can act on the mineral surface and make it hydrophobic. So after conditioning time, we need to add frother, that is pine oil, agitate and condition it for 1 to 2 minutes. That is just for uniform distribution of the frother within the pulp. Then you open the air valve and collect the froth at intervals of 5, 10 and 15 seconds. This aim is mainly, in this aim you are checking the effect of time, how the froth quality changes with time. So that's why you will collect in 3 intervals, and these are in intervals of 5, then 10, then 15. That is 5, then again 5, then again 5, like that. So 3 intervals you will collect the froth. Then you have to filter the froth and tailings using vacuum filter. Then you have to dry the froth and tailings and take their weights. After taking the weights, you can perform the chemical analysis following a standard procedure and calculate the grades and recovery. So this is the procedure defined for the second aim. So in the similar way, you have to prepare slurry, 25% solids by weight, and mix it well for 5 minutes. You have to again maintain the pH in the range of 8 to 10 by addition of calcium hydroxide. Then you have to add 0.5 kg per ton of dodecylamine and condition it for 5 minutes. In this experiment, we will be changing the collector dosage from 0.5 kg per ton to 1 kg per ton and 1.5 kg per ton. So after addition of collector at this dosage, we'll add pine oil at this fixed dosage and condition it for 1 to 2 minutes. Then we'll open the air valve and collect the froth for 30 seconds. So here you can collect whatever froth is coming during the experiment and the remaining tailings, or you can collect the froth continuously for 30 seconds and keep it uniform in all the experiments that will be done. Then you filter the froth and the remaining tailings. Then you dry and weigh the samples. Then you repeat the experiments by changing the collector dosage at 1 kg per ton and 1.5 kg per ton. Then after performing all the experiments, you take the samples and you perform the chemical analysis to calculate the grade and recovery of each of the products, that is froths and the tailings. This is the procedure defined for the third aim, where you are changing the frother dosage. So in the same way, you'll prepare slurry again at 25% solids by weight. You'll maintain the pH in the range of 8 to 10 by addition of calcium hydroxide. Then you will add 0.5 kg per ton of 2-decylamine as collector. Agitate and condition it for 5 minutes. Then you will add 0.5 kg per ton of frother, that is pine oil. Agitate and condition it for 1 to 2 minutes. Here we are changing the frother dosage from 0.5 kg per ton to 1 kg per ton, then 1.5 kg per ton. Then you open the air valve, collect the froth for 30 seconds, just similar to the collector, the previous aim. Here you are collecting the froth for 30 seconds, or you can collect whatever froth is coming. Then you filter the froth and the tailings, then you dry and weigh all the samples that have been obtained. Then you repeat the experiment by addition of 1 kg per ton of frother and 0.5 kg per ton of frother dosage. After obtaining all the products, you sample it and perform chemical analysis and calculate the grades and recovery of the products. Then after you have obtained all the values in all the 3 experiments, you will prepare a report and you'll plot the curves to see how the change in these variables has effect on change in grade or recovery. Here is a demonstration video for you which explains how you can perform the laboratory experiment. Here is a demonstration video for you which explains how you can perform the laboratory experiment. So here you can see we are initially feeding the sample in the flotation cell and we are trying to make a slurry. Okay, so we have fed the sample, now we'll mix it. So after mixing the sample, we'll check the pH of the pulp with the help of pH paper. Then you'll add some amount of calcium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide for changing the pH. Then again you will check the pH with pH paper. Now you will add some amount of collector, that is 2-decylamine. While performing the experiments, you will actually measure what is the dosage required in terms of ml, and with the help of a pipette or micropipette, you will add that amount of dosage in the flotation cell. So for the first experiments, we have fixed the dosage of collector and frother, and we are only varying the time. We are collecting the froth at intervals, different intervals. In other 2 experiments, we are changing the collector dosage. So accordingly, you have to change the dosage that is being added here as well as frother, and we have to perform separate experiments for obtaining the products. So after adding, we will condition it for 5 minutes for collector and 1 to 2 minutes for frother. So after adding collector, we are adding pine oil as frother. So after adding frother, we opened the air valve and now we are collecting the sample, the final products. So we are collecting here the first product. For the first aim, you have to collect in intervals of 5 seconds. So here you can see this is just a demonstration where you're collecting the product. Then again at the interval of next 5 seconds. Then again at the interval of next 5 seconds. So after we have collected the sample 3 times for the first aim, we'll filter the sample with vacuum filter. Then we will dry the sample and perform the chemical analysis to calculate the grade. For the second and third aim, you'll perform separate experiments because you're changing the collector dosage and the frother dosage. And in similar way, you will collect 3 samples there also along with the tailings, and you will perform the chemical analysis to see what are the grades and how these grades are affected with the change in collector dosage as well as frother dosage. So this is how you will perform all the 3 experiments with different aims and see how a parameter affects the flotation process. So you can see this is the first report based on first aim. So with the change in time, you can observe that the grade is changing, and you can see the grade of tailing is the least. So in intervals of 5 seconds, this is the change in grade that is observed. And these are the recoveries, rough recoveries. So these are only representative values. Then after making this table, you have to plot a curve where you can see this is the time and these are the percentage. Here you can see this blue one represents a grade, so you can see there is a decrease in grade. So with the change in time, there is a decrease in the grade of the froth, and recovery will increase with time because you are continuously collecting the froth. So at different intervals, you'll see that the recoveries are increasing. This is the report for the second aim. So with the change in collected dosage, we are obtaining froth and the tailings. I have not shown the grade of the tailing here, but only have shown the grade of froth. So you can see after the first experiment, your grade is roughly 65% Fe. Then after second experiment, when the collector dosage increases, the grade drops slightly. Then after the third experiment, when the collector dosage is further increased, the grade drops even further. And you can see the recovery may increase because more material will be reporting to the froth. So you have to plot a graph here also. So you can see this is roughly the trend that will be observed. So this is the report for the third aim. You can see with the change in froth dosage, frother dosage, the grade is changing and the trend is almost similar to the change in collector dosage. So these are all the representative values. So you can see this is the trend, and you have to plot a graph here also. So you'll observe that there is an increase in recovery and there is a decrease in grade.